I'm just a mess. Okay, that looks awful. I look like the opposite of a raccoon. Because my cheeks are getting red because I'm getting embarrassed. What's up, guys? It's Carly and welcome back to my channel. Video does talk about a woman menstrual cycle, also known as periods, that all women get, all girls get. We don't have a choice. It happens. So if those disgust you or you don't want to hear about that, click out of the video. It's not the video for you. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling the story from when I met Tom Holland, and it was a smidge bit traumatic, embarrassing. Here we go. Hopefully I remember everything. Okay. So I met Tom Holland a few times already. I met him like 3 times in Arizona at the first Ace Comic-Con in January, and it was great. It was amazing. Everything was fabulous. No traumatic stories from that one. And then me and my best friend Kayla, we are the ones who went to Ace the first time in Arizona. We were like, oh, they're having another one in Seattle. Let's go. Not too far from us. So we were like, okay, we bought our tickets, bought our plane tickets, bought our tickets to the con, bought our hotel, everything was good. And so I only had the Tom Holland VIP and she had Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie VIP. So we were just gonna do our photo ops separately. They were on separate days. It worked out great. So Saturday was my day. Before we went to Seattle, I noticed that I was like a few days late on my period, which doesn't usually ever happen to me. I'm usually like pretty spot on, maybe like a day, but I was like 3 days late, which is pretty unusual for me. So I was like, oh great, I know my body, I know I'm gonna start Saturday, which is the day I'm gonna have my VIP, my photo op and autograph. I was like, great, I'm gonna start Saturday. Perfect, right? Not. So then I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna start Saturday. I'll just put in a tampon as like precautious, you know, like precautionary, whatever, so I don't bleed all over the place, right? Trying to think ahead here. Also, another just kind of like disclaimer, I don't really use tampons. I usually use pads. I know, I'm like 21. I use pads. I'm learning how to use tampons. I know, sis, like, don't come for me. We're learning. So I put a tampon in and I think it's in good, whatever, feels fine, it's comfortable. And then I start getting like really crampy. So I'm like, great, like I'm getting cramps, like I know I'm gonna start soon. So I'm waiting in line by myself for about like 30-45 minutes, something like that. I'm in line by myself and I start feeling like really crampy. We didn't eat this day because we woke up late, so we couldn't go to breakfast, and we had to like get there early to check in for VIP to get our badges and everything. And then my photo op was at like 10:30, 10:45, something like that in the morning, so it was early, so we didn't have time to eat. So I'm also like empty stomach, I'm getting crampy, I'm really nervous, so like my stomach hurts from that, and like hot and sweaty and just uncomfortable, so it was like bad. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know, getting nervous, trying to like calm down. I'm by myself, so I don't have anyone to like talk to really. Kayla's waiting outside the line, she can't wait with me in line because we have different VIPs, and so I just kind of like feel myself start like lightly feeling like I'm bleeding, but I'm like, okay, I have a tampon in, like it should be fine, right? So then I'm like in the room where like you go, like you get to like stand like a few people in from the room and you watch, you know, the person take a few pictures with other people. And as I'm in the room, I'm like, oh god, like I think I'm like bleeding, like bad bleeding. I'm like, okay, I can kind of feel it like going all over like my underwear and my pants, but I'm like, I can't leave the line. Like I can't, like they won't let you leave the line. Not like that. I won't. I don't want to. Like they will not let you leave the line. So I'm like, great. I'm there. I'm like 3 people, whatever. So then right as I'm about to go, the person in front of me finishes their photo and the photographer like stops me, and I'm like, what did I do? He knows. Something's up. And he goes and he like whispers something to Tom, and I'm like, they know. Something's up. They know. But then it ended up they were just like talking about poses, and Tom was like, no, it's fine, we can still do poses. And then I was like, oh god. And then I got really nervous because I was gonna ask him to do a pose, and I was like, what if he says no now to my pose? So then I go and we just like do the prom pose. So he's like behind me and I'm in front of him, and let me get the picture, hang on. Pose, and you could just like, first of all, you could just like see it in my face. I'm like, crap. I'm bleeding on this poor boy. I'm bleeding on him. Like, look at. You could tell she's nervous. She doesn't feel good. She's bleeding on a celebrity. She's bleeding on the guy she like is in love with, right? So obviously in this pose, like, our bodies are touching, like his back or his front is on my back, like that's just the way the pose works. So we're like, our bodies are touching and I'm like bleeding through my pants and I'm like, great. So then right after the photo's done, I like leave and I like run to the bathroom. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta like fix myself. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, yes, I did. I bled heavily through my underwear. I bled through my pants. I would show you, but that's really disgusting. And I don't have any like pictures, and the clothes have been washed. So I don't have any proof of it, but like if I had a Bible in front of me, I'd put my right hand on a Bible. This is so true. But yeah, so I went and I bled through my pants. Sure, I bled onto Tom Holland's pants. Luckily, he was wearing dark jeans and I was wearing dark jeans, so you couldn't really see. Okay, so I think the reason why I like bled so heavily through my like underwear, my pants, is because, like I said, I just started using tampons and like I guess it wasn't in right, because apparently that's a thing. It could be in wrong. I thought if it was in, it was in, but obviously not, since I bled all over him. And that's the story. And it's really embarrassing. You can tell how embarrassed I am. Look how red my cheeks are. If anybody out there, Tom Holland, knows anybody or is watching this that knows of him, whatever, I'm sorry. If he ever finds this, I am sorry. I'll buy you new pants. So if you find pictures and there's something on his pants, sorry. I don't think it did, but if it did, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's the story of the time I bled on Tom Holland. Okay, if you guys like this, make sure to subscribe, because just subscribe for him. Don't do it for me. Do it for him and what he had to go through. So make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys share this video, you know, like send it to Tom so he knows who did it. It's me. I'm sorry. Bye guys. No. Well, I look like a rat.